Chapter 1800. Because the current wife didn't like Matsumoto's eldest son, Matsumoto kicked out his eldest son after marriage and let him follow his ex-wife. Later, Matsumoto's second married wife gave him a pair of children, so he rarely thought of his ex-wife and eldest son over the years. But now, Ryoto Matsumoto thought of his ex, and finally felt a trace of comfort in his heart. At least, after his death, the Matsumoto family's blood will not be completely cut off tonight. His eldest son can continue to carry on his blood. For the current Ryoto Matsumoto, nothing can comfort and rejoice him more than this. The Sue family girl in front of him seemed to see through his thoughts. The woman smiled playfully and said to Matsumoto, "Mr. Matsumoto, I heard that you have a son." Matsumoto was taken aback and blurted out, "I don't." "Who did you hear it from? How could this be possible?" The woman smiled. "Everyone is an adult, so there is no need to be embarrassed by such a botched lie." After that, she said coldly, "Your eldest son's name is Taro Matsumoto. Later, after you drove him out of the house, he changed his surname, followed your ex-wife's surname, Kurosawa, and changed his name to Kurosawa Shota. 12 years old and lives in Yamanashi Prefecture, not far from Beijing. Am I right?" Matsumoto listened to her words. His whole body was struck by lightning. In tears, and he knelt on the ground with a shuddering puff, and begged bitterly, "I beg you, don't kill my son. I only have this one son. If he died too, the Matsumoto family will be completely extinct. I beg you to leave a bloodline for my Matsumoto family. I'll kowtow to you." Having said that, Matsumoto slammed his head against the hard marble floor. At this time, he was extremely desperate and regretful in his heart, but he also knew that the bodies of his entire family were placed here. He had no way to save them, and he could not even save his life, so his only wish was to let his eldest son live. Therefore, when he kowtowed, he was also extremely pious, hoping to impress the ice-like woman in front of him. Matsumoto knocked 3 times, and his forehead was already full of blood. But he didn't dare to stop and continued to kowtow until his forehead was completely bloody and mangled, and he almost fainted because of the blow to the head. Ryoto Matsumoto gritted his teeth to support his body and choked in his mouth, "Please. Please. 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 Please promise my only request." The woman just smiled at this moment and said, "I'm sorry, it's too late. Just 5 minutes ago, Shota Kurosawa had been poisoned and is dead now." When Ryoto Matsumoto heard this, he collapsed completely. He raised his head and shouted hysterically, "Why? Why do you want to destroy my Matsumoto family? Why are you killing me like this?" The woman sneered, "This is the price you pay for angering the Sue family." Ryoto Matsumoto burst into tears immediately, and his tears were mixed with blood, making his entire face look particularly tragic. At this time, he had also completely lost the will to survive, and he muttered, kill me now." The woman nodded, took out a sunflower seed carved from white jade from her pocket, and said lightly, "Ryoto Matsumoto, before you die, I hope you remember my name. My name is Suruoli." After that, she shook one hand, and the sunflower seed made of white jade shot out. In the next second, a tiny hole of blood appeared on the center of Matsumoto's eyebrows, and the whole person had completely lost all vitality. With a bang, his body fell to the ground,